Hey you guys, guess what I'm about to make? Okay, so I'm about to do a take on a stuffed bell pepper, but it's gonna be like an open face stuffed bell pepper. So I have two green, two red bell peppers chopped. I have a half an onion, yellow onion chopped. I have one whole jalapeno chopped. That's the whole bell pepper thing, only it's not stuffed in one. It's just going to be mixed with one. I have my 80% lean, 20% fat ground chuck here. And instead of using just plain old rice, we like flavor, honey. So we're going to put that flavor in your ear. And I did not notice that this was spicy beef broth. That just might be a thing. Okay, well, that's great because we like our food spicy. We have Creole's Cajun seasoned cayenne pepper because, like I said, we like it spicy. Crushed tomatoes, lots of garlic, some tomato paste, some more garlic powder, onion powder. I use this already because I have some extra water with one of these cubes in it. So in case I don't have enough beef broth, I still have some seasoned water. Of course, we got to have the Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce and more heat, smoked paprika, some Italian seasonings, garlic powder, chili powder. So yes, this is all what I'm finna season up this meat, even though we got seasoning in the dirty rice as well, so we don't need to do too much. And then don't forget to taste as you go. Before your food is completely done and you're ready to serve it up to somebody, taste it, make sure it's not missing anything. But I'll be right back to show you a few steps of what I'm finna do, because now we're gonna put this over in a skillet. And well, first of all, we're going to put the vegetables over in the skillet. So let's just do that. And then there's that boiling water with that beef bouillon cube boiling up. And I can actually put that really low because it's already hot. I just want to make sure that, it's warm when I add it to this, just in case I need to add it to this, which I think I am. But BRB. And now, you guys, we're just going to cover that. I know it's not the correct top, but it'll do. So we're going to let them smother, suffocate a little bit just to get a little translucent. And then we're going to add that ground beef, BRB. Now, I done seasoned up the meat. That's how I like to do it before I put it in. I like to squish up the meat so it doesn't take on that shape that it looks, that squiggly shape when you first buy it. I hate that. So I squishes up my meat. I added all the seasoning, the Worcestershire sauce, and all I have left is a little tomato paste. Of course, for the ending, the diced tomatoes. I'm going to add the Italian seasonings later, the red pepper just a little, and then some more minced garlic. And then we'll get the rice in there, some beef broth in there, and then we'll come back when I'm ready to tidy this thing up. BRB. At this point, you guys, you can add some more seasoning if you like. As you can see, I put the ground beef in, smashed it down. I want to get that brown, the bottom brown before I start chopping it up, because I already squoze it together. So I don't want this. I know y'all probably heard me say before, I love when I make nachos or anything, because I love to chop up my meat real fine, real Taco Bell-ish. But in this meal, it doesn't have to be so much small. So we're going to take this, once I feel like the bottom is brown enough, we're going to take that and start chopping away at our ground beef. You can see the state that the vegetables are in. So by the time the ground beef is done, those vegetables will be, a little loose. I don't want too much of a bite. I don't really too much care for vegetables, especially bell peppers and onions. So, if it's like where I don't taste it, that's perfect for me. So, we're going to let this go ahead and brown. And then we'll come back and finish putting this together. BRB. So now we're going to turn this down on simmer. Like 1 or 2. And we're going to get some of this, we're going to drain some of this oil and juices off of here before we add some more garlic and our tomato paste. So let's do our little handy dandy trick. We've all been taught this. There's nothing wrong with putting you some paper towels to soak up that fat. Because, baby, I sure wish I can put this on my body and soak up some of this fat I done gained over the holidays. Now, we're going to soak up some of that juice, and we're going to go ahead and finish putting this together. BRB. Now, as you see, we still got a little juice in there, but that's okay because I want to leave some of the flavor in there. And we're going to dump us a little bit of tomato paste over in there. And y'all know tomato paste is bitter, okay? So we're going to let that cook down right in the middle here before we mix it all up. So that's about right. We're going to get all of that off of there. Now we are still going to add some crushed tomatoes, crushed red peppers, and I can go ahead and add my Italian seasoning. Because this is what you call flavor. Flavor. Okay, so we're going to let that tomato paste sit in there for a little while, and then we're going to mix everything up. Then we're going to go ahead and get our rice on up in the thing. So, BRB. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I've added the Italian seasoning. I added some crushed red peppers. Now, it doesn't hurt to add a little bit more of garlic. And then I stirred it up. So, as you can see, it's kind of red from that tomato paste. We're going to finish stirring this up. And then we're going to get the crushed tomatoes over in here, the Zatarain box of dirty rice, and then we're going to be ready to complete this one-stop shop. One-stop pot dish. Yeah, that's what I'm going to call this, because one pot, 40 minutes tops, and you got a whole meal that you can have with your children. So when they come home from school, honey, they're going to be like, oh, and then we're going to add the cheese to it later. Y'all will see. BRB. I just took me a spoonful of this and dropped it in my mouth, y'all, and it tastes so good. So you won't be disappointed if you make this dish. This is, again, a play on a stuffed bell pepper. Okay, but the only difference is we ain't stuffing nothing. We just chopped our bell peppers up, red and green. And we done sauteed them boys up and added some ground beef. So now, as you see, I just added the crushed red tomatoes, a can, which I've drained the sauce off. And then we got our bag of Zatarain's dirty rice. So it ain't nothing but flavor in this food right here. We finna add all of this, okay? And you see that's more flavor. So that's why I ain't add that much salt, y'all, because that Creole seasoning got salt in it. I put a little sea salt in there just to bring all the seasonings together. But y'all, you ain't gotta add no salt unless you have to at the very last stage, y'all. When y'all put this thing together and it's almost done, take you a spoonful and take a bite and see what it's tasting like before you turn the fire off. Because, hey, you might want to add some more stuff to it. So, yeah, we got that rice all mixed up in there. We finna get ready to add our liquids to this. I want to say that's like 1.5 cups of rice. So, once it's mixed up, I'm going to add about 3 cups of liquid. And so, I'll be right back to show y'all the real deal, Holyfield, okay? Y'all, if y'all could only smell what I am cooking in this kitchen, honey. Look at that rice popping through. So this is everything put together. The only step we need to do is finish this off, get rid of some of this liquid by letting it cook off. Get us a bowl, add some cheese, maybe a little sour cream, and guess what? We got Chipotle at home. But this is my play on a stuffed bell pepper, y'all. We just chopped them bell peppers up and mixed everything together. That's the only difference. But y'all, come on back and see me put this together, and I might do a little quick mukbang. BRB.